Hi team, I hope you're all well. Today is Sunday the 12th of May and I'm starting a new reading vlog. I did try and do one last week, but unfortunately I was really sick between Wednesday and Friday. I had like a 3-day migraine. Yesterday I just spent the day, well, I was out for my auntie's 50th, but I just spent the day kind of generally being grumpy and trying to get over my migraines, so I had like a migraine hangover day. If anyone suffers from migraines, you will know exactly what I mean. And I just generally had a headache, but it was nice to sort of be around people. I spent the last 3 days tucked up in bed or on the sofa in the dark for 3 days, not speaking to anybody. So it was nice to be around people and just spend a bit of time with the family and see my auntie and stuff. So yeah, it was a nice day. Very bright, so I had my sunglasses on most of the day. But yeah, so I didn't complete last week's vlog. So I'm starting a new one because I'm taking part in Bingoathon, which is being being hosted by Cody. And there is basically a bingo board, and you can do as many of the prompts as you want. I'm going to try and do them all, and you don't need to pick a book for all of them. You can double up, you can triple up, you can quadruple up, is that a word? And basically I've picked a book for all of them because I'm an overachiever. It's only a week, chances of me getting this done are minimal, but I'm trying to get through all of my books on my list on my TBR this month. I just really want to get through some of them, so I've tried to fit on this list as many arcs as possible, or e-arcs of books that I've been granted from NetGalley, but I've since either bought the book or I just really want to read it, or I've managed to get it on audio. So let me tell you what my TBR is for this week. So the first prompt was anticipated book. So the book I've picked is Are We Nearly There Yet by Lucy Bine. This is an e-arc of a book. It says May on the end, but I'm fairly certain this isn't coming out till June, or at least that's what Amazon says. This is the 30th of May, so I'm not sure what the deal is with this, but I'm pretty sure Amazon says it's not coming out till June, so unless they put the date back for some reason, I'm not sure. As you can see, I have done a chapter. I've tried a chapter of this. I'm basically trying a chapter of 3 books today, so that I can decide which one I want to read. The only problem is I want to read them all at the same time, like right now. So I just need to make a decision on which one to read. I might try and go for the one with the shortest pages, like with the less pages. However, this one has got like really great big text in it, and it's also probably, I would say, a good 50% dialogue, but a lot of it is like texts or blog posts or something, because she essentially becomes a travel blogger. So I'm unsure on whether I'm going to pick this up today or not, but it's on my list. Anticipated book. I am highly anticipating this. I think it's going to be fabulous. 5-star prediction. So I'm going for I Heart Hawaii by Lindsay Kelk. This is going to be 5-star no matter what. I can guarantee it. This is an e-arc. It doesn't come out until the 30th of May, and I will be meeting Lindsay on that day, which I'm so excited about, in Liverpool. So obviously I'll show the cover. And yeah, I'm very excited about that one. That was one I was going to pick up today, to be fair, but I think what I might do is save that till next weekend. I don't think I have any plans next weekend. I'm hoping it stays that way so I can get some reading done, but we'll see. So I might try and save that till next weekend, just smash it out in a day. And yeah, so that's what I'm planning. 5-star prediction. I hate Hawaii. No, I Heart Hawaii. Favourite genre. So I am going for a romance because, well, contemporary romance. Because at the moment, just in general, that's sort of always been my favourite genre. I've always kind of gravitated towards them. Oh, it's just that recently I have gone for like fantasy and sci-fi, and just on occasion thrillers, like psychological thrillers more than anything. But I have realised by rereading I Heart Forever, I have realised that I do love contemporaries and romances. So I'm going to go for Meet Cute by Helena Hunting. This is an e-arc that I did have, but I've since bought the book, obviously. The cover is absolutely stunning, so I just couldn't not really. Also, I find it easier to read a physical book than I do my Kindle, and it's very floppy. I have tried a chapter of this. Again, it's another one that I just want to continue with today. The same as Are We Nearly There Yet? So I'm not undecided on which I'm going to read today. Next, pink or blue on the cover. I'm going to go for Again But Better. This has got red and blue on the cover, but it's got blue on the cover, so that's fine. This again is an e-arc, so I want to get to this before it comes out. I think it comes out on the 1st of June, possibly, unless it's already come out, in which case I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, and I don't know why you're watching this. Yeah, I'm looking forward to giving that a read. Yeah, because it's come out on audio already, so I'm going to listen to it on audio. This is going to be one of my audiobooks for the week, so I'm very excited about getting to this, because it is one of my anticipated ones as well, to be honest. But it just sort of went better, to be fair. Either of those could be switched up, because both of them are anticipated. This one has got pink on it, whatever. So I'm gone for Again But Better. And then diverse rep, I've gone for Love, Simon by Becky Albertalli. This, obviously, Simon is gay, so that is the diversity in this. This is obviously Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda, but I've got the film version. So it's Love, Simon, and I'm really excited about this. Again, I've tried chapter and I do just want to continue with it. Again, I think this will be a fast read, because the majority of it, probably a good 70% of it, is dialogue, and there are emails and texts and all sorts going on in here, so I think this would actually be a really, really fast read, but we'll see whether or not I pick this up today. I've not decided. I will let you know. Next is a cover by, so the cover by for me was Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I have been meaning to get to this for the longest time since I bought it. Just look at that cover. How gorgeous is that? Also sprayed edges. Stunning. Obviously it was a cover by. And I heard really good things about it as well. So I am looking forward to getting to this. Again, I have this on Audible. So yeah. I'm hoping to give this a read this week. Listen to it. It's about time I got to it, to be honest. The hype around it, I think it just makes me a bit nervous, because I am concerned I might not like it. The hype around the Raven Boys was outstanding, and I wasn't a fan. So I'm concerned it's going to be a similar situation with this, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Next, a new to me author. I'm gonna read for this Romanov, which again I have an audio now. I don't think, oh no, it has come out. I'm pretty certain actually it has come out. I could be wrong, it might have just come out on audio and Kindle, not yet out on book, but I'm not sure. Either way, this is by Nadine Brands, and I haven't read anything by her yet, although I do have Forks on my TBR, but I'm sort of trying to save that until November, because of remember the 5th of November, Guy Fawkes Day. So I'm sort of hoping to save that for till then. So she's not a new to me author, because I have a book of hers on my shelf, but I haven't read anything by her before, so she is a new to me author. So I am looking forward to giving that a listen. I believe that's set in Russia, so I'm just kind of thinking that an audio version of it would be better, because there's probably going to be some words in there that I can't pronounce, and it might be a struggle for me. So I think the audio version will be better. And then finally, very old / new on the TBR, I'm going for The Furies by Katie Lowe. This is new on my TBR because I was sent this by the publisher a couple of weeks ago, and it's fairly new on my TBR. It only came out on the 2nd of May, and I'm really looking forward to giving this a read as well. Also, this is on Scribd, so anyway, keep you posted with this. Oh shit. And I'll let you know later on what I've decided to read, because I'll probably give you an update on the F1. Not that you care, but I'll let you know anyway. Bye for now. Hi team, I hope you're all well. Today is Wednesday. I know I should be updating you well more than this, but it's been kind of a busy couple of days with work, and I've been reading shitloads. So I've been trying to read and then sort of keep up to date with Game of Thrones so I don't get spoiled, and go to Slimming World and all that stuff. So I wanted to let you know where I'm up to with my reading. Just a quick update on Slimming World. I lost another pound last night, so that's 6.5 pounds that I've lost in 2 weeks. I was literally this close to getting my half stone award, because the scale, I stepped on it and it flickered. It literally for like a second or 2 seconds it stopped on losing 1.5 pounds and then dropped to £1, and I was like, shit. So I'm like fully aiming to get that half stone award next week, and I'm very excited. So update on reading, because obviously this week I'm taking part in Bingoathon, which I'm very excited about because I've got some really good books on this TBR, which I was excited for, but not as excited now I am reading them. So first of all, I had some book mail when I got home today. I didn't know what it was, so I didn't record it. Also, I was meant to be getting straight in the shower and I haven't, so I need to get in the shower as soon as I've recorded this. So the book mail that I got was The Bride Test by Helen Hoang. I'm sorry, Helen, that's terrible. I've just butchered that. That's really bad. Which I'm excited about. I'm trying to remember whether or not I actually requested this. I honestly can't remember. I may have done. It's a high possibility. This comes out in paperback on the 6th of June, so I want to get to it before then. There is an e-book also available, which I think may be out now, but I'm not sure. Possibly. I don't know, but I'm looking forward to this. I'm always down for anything that involves like a wedding, or so yeah, I'm looking forward to giving that a read before it comes out in June, hopefully. So my reading for this week, I've done really, really well. So literally, this is what I've read so far. I am partway through this. I am an hour away from finishing another book. Just smashing it, and I'm so happy with myself. So obviously, a lot of books on this TBR this week were like contemporary romances, and I've really got back into them again since I reread I Heart Forever by Lindsay Kelk. So let me tell you what I've read. So I've read the anticipated book, which was Are We Nearly There Yet? Obviously the cover looks like this, finished cover. This is an ARC. It does say May on the side, which is why I've ended up reading it this month, but this doesn't actually come out until June. So I've managed to get it finished before then, which is great. And I absolutely loved this. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. It was fantastic. The amount of times I like proper associated with things that Alice was going through. It's a really, really good story, and I absolutely loved it. Lucy's writing is fantastic. I love writing like this. Anything like Lindsay Kelk or Hera McFarlane, now Lucy Vine. They're gonna be some of my top like favourite women writers of all time, because I just associate with them so much. It's fantastic. I absolutely love it. I do highly recommend you keep your eye open for this if this is the sort of thing you're into, because you're gonna adore it. It was such a fast read. I nailed it in 2 days. I would have done it in 1 day had I had the time, but I have a job, so I couldn't do that. But I loved it. Absolutely loved this. 5 out of 5 stars. Next, I read my diverse rep, which is Love, Simon by Becky Albertalli. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I ended up listening to it on audio, and I just really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was really great. Yeah, it was fab. I did enjoy this. I have seen the film, so I knew what to expect, but the book kind of goes... Can't remember if the book goes into more detail or not, to be honest. It does at the end. It goes into a bit more detail at the end, which I think it's sort of setting you up then for Leah, which obviously Leah on the Offbeat is the next book in the series, if you like. But I don't think I'm going to pick that up, simply because I've heard very many mixed reviews about that, and I wasn't overly keen on Leah's character anyway. So yeah, but I did enjoy this. I do enjoy books like this, so yeah, it's very good. 4 out of 5 stars. And then I read new on my TBR, The Furies by Katie Lowe. I gave this 3.5 out of 5 stars. This essentially, it's a real life situation where young girls are dabbling in magic and witchcraft and things like that. And I don't know if, like, I'm fully into watching that on TV. The Craft, for example, is a great film and I loved it growing up, but I don't know if I'm into reading about it. So I did, there was a lot going on. There's a lot of he said, she said, and all this lot going on, and I did sort of struggle with it a little bit. I listened to it on audio, so whether or not that helped, the narrator was fantastic. I thought she was really good, but there was a lot of that going on. There's a lot going on in it, and I just think I struggled with it a little bit. So it was good, it was okay, but yeah, 3.5 out of 5 stars. It was fine. It was a good book. So now into the books that I have started. So fave genre is Meet Cute by Helena Hunting. I am loving this. This is guaranteed at least 4.5 stars. I'm probably going to give it 5. It's amazing. I am currently page 229. There are 370 pages in this book, so I'm going to finish this tonight. It is my aim. Again, another really fast-paced read, another contemporary. I do love this though. It's got some like sexy smutty bits in it, and I'm just really enjoying it. It's so good. And also what I'm really enjoying as well is this doesn't just follow Kaylin, it follows Dax as well. So you've not just got the viewpoint of Kaylin, you've got you've not just got the point of view from Kaylin, you've got it from Daxton as well. So every now and then Daxton will get a chapter or a couple of chapters one after the other. I think Kaylin's getting more, but I do enjoy it. I think I enjoy Daxton's chapters a bit more, to be honest. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I really love it. It's so good. And I don't know why, but I've been avoiding picking this up. I just think maybe I just didn't think I was going to enjoy it as much as I am, but it's fantastic. Helena's writing's really, really good. Again, she's probably going to be another one of my favourite writers. I am going to see if she's written anything else, though. I am enjoying it. So then, new to me author, I am listening to Romanov by Nadine Brandes. They said it on the audiobook. I'm going to have to listen to that bit again and make sure I get that right, because I keep cooking it up, I think. I have about an hour and 15 minutes left to go on this book, and I'm enjoying it. It's good. It's shocking. It's not what I thought it was going to be, but it's really good. The narrator, she's fantastic. Her accent's really, really good. She's doing obviously like a Russian accent, but yeah, it's really, really good. I'm enjoying it. I reckon I'm probably going to give it like a 4 stars, but we'll see how that goes. 5-star prediction, haven't started yet, I Heart Hawaii, but I'm fully intending to do so once I've finished Meet Cute. That sun is a nightmare. So I'm fully intending to start that once I've finished Meet Cute, and then Pink or Blue on the cover. So I think I'm going to end up with a switch around here. So when I finished Romanov tonight, tomorrow obviously it's Thursday, and then there's Friday at work. I listen to a lot of my books at work. So I'm planning on listening to Starting Again But Better tomorrow at work. And then on Friday, listening to Nocturna, which is Fairy Lute's read for the month, and I have started it. I am a chapter in. I just wanted to make sure it was something that I would be interested in, and it sounds really good. I've heard really good things. Also, this cover is gorgeous. So I downloaded the audiobook, because why the hell not? So I'm going to listen to this on Friday. I'm going to listen to it again but better tomorrow. So 6 of Crows is not going to get done, unfortunately, during this readathon. So, which was my cover buy. So I haven't bought this, but essentially, if the cover buy for this readathon now is going to be a Game But Better. I haven't bought it because it's not come out yet. So, I mean, essentially I have bought it because I bought the audiobook, but the physical book hasn't come out yet, but that would be a cover buy for me. So then, therefore, Pink or Blue on the cover is going to be Nocturna. So I've had a bit of a switch around. Only one book has changed, which is great because usually 90% of them change. So I'm having a really good time. So I've got these 2 left to read. I've got Romanov to finish. I've got I Heart Hawaii left to read. So I've got 3 and like, I don't know, a 5th books left. No, not 5th. 3 and a quarter books left to read. Essentially, it's Wednesday, but I would also really like to get to this. So this readathon, Bingoathon, finishes on Saturday, which is a little bit of a pain for me because I'm working in the morning, then I'm getting my hair done, then I've got to go and see my friend's little girl. It's her 2nd birthday this week, tomorrow in fact, and I don't know if I'm going to get any reading done on Saturday. So I personally, if I'm like over on some of these and I've not quite finished them, I'm going to finish them off on Sunday. So I'm going to let this vlog run through till Sunday unless I get them all finished before Saturday. On Saturday. But I'd also like to finish The Hand, the Eye and the Heart. I haven't picked this up since I put it down last week, so I'm still only 53 pages in, but I would really like to finish this. Not only do I need to because I'm part of the bloggers group, bloggers team. I've forgotten what we are. But I'm part of that and for Book Box Club for this month, and I do really want to read it, to be honest. It's really good. I'm like 53 pages in. It is inspired by Mulan, several retellings of Mulan actually, and I'm really enjoying it, so I do want to get to it. So that's also on my TBR for this week, but we'll see. Don't want to push myself too hard, but I'm really enjoying my reading at the moment, so I think contemporaries are definitely something I should be going for more. So based on that, I'm sort of like trying to plan my June TBR, because I'm going to be doing, there is a buzzwordathon that Lala is doing, and the word is you. So I'm planning that around contemporary books-ish. And then there is a Game of Thrones readathon as well for the month. So I'm trying to sort of get a bit of fantasy in there, but mostly contemporary, because that's what I'm enjoying at the moment, which I think is why I've probably end up ditching Six of Crows this month, which I know I shouldn't be doing, but it's going to take me 2 days to listen to it, essentially. So rather than reading one book over 2 days, I'm going to read 2 books over one. Two books over 2 days. What the hell? That made no sense, did it? So yeah, that's where I'm up to. I should definitely try and like let you know where I'm up to a bit more, so these don't drag on longer. But yeah, that's where I'm up to with my reading. I hope you're all having a fab week, and I shall check back in with you I'll try and check back in with you tomorrow, but I don't know if I'm going to get anything done tomorrow, because I've got the cinema tomorrow with my dad. Then I'm supposed to be out on Friday with my friend, and then Saturday. So I don't know how much reading I'm going to get done, but it's literally my intention to get to I Heart Hawaii this week. So I'm trying to finish this tonight, and then maybe start I Heart Hawaii. In fact, I need to pull my Kindle in and hopefully finish it this week, but we'll see. We will see. So yeah, that's my update. I shall check back in with you soon. Bye for now. Good morning. Today is Sunday. It's about, I think it's probably about 9:45 now. And I have just decided what my plan of action is today. There's a lot of things I want to do today, and I'm hoping to get to them all, so long as I don't get too distracted. So I thought I'd just do a quick video here and let you know what my plan is. I'm only going to record this until probably the midday-ish, like till the afternoon, and then start my new vlog up for next week. Just because Bingoathon actually finished yesterday, so I'm giving myself a little bit of extra time to finish I Heart Hawaii, because that's what I want to get to. And then I'll do a wrap up and start my new vlog. So my intention today is to, sorry, I've just got a flaky. My eyelashes are a bit loose today. So my intention today is to finish I Heart Hawaii. I think I'm about 15% in, because I didn't get much done yesterday. I got really, really sleepy, went and had a nap at like 6 o'clock for an hour, which was a bad idea. Had some food and then watched some TV. So I watched 2 episodes of Chicago Fire, and then watched Homefront with Jason Statham in it and James Franco, which was good. So, and then I went up to bed. I think I was flat out by about midnight, which is really early for me, especially on a Saturday. So, yeah, I'm going to finish I Heart Hawaii, and then I'm going to record a couple of vlogs. So I'm going to put some makeup on and get ready. Luckily, my hair is already straight, so that's cool. Isn't it nice when you get your hair done from the hairdressers? Like, I've not even brushed it yet this morning. And then, yes, I'm going to record 2 vlogs, and then I want to change my shelves up. So I'm hoping to do that, but I'm hoping it won't take too long. I've decided after watching Kayla at Books and Lala's video on her new shelves, that I've been like really freaking out about doing this. I've wanted to do it for ages, and I've been really freaking out about it, but I've decided that what I want to do is, because I wanted to do rainbow, but I want to keep all my series together. So it's been a pain in the backside. So I've decided what I'm going to do is sack the rainbow off, and I'm going to do my shelves based on authors. So, for example, I've got maybe 10 or 12 books by Lee Child because I love the Jack Reacher series. Again, I've probably got, I don't know how many books she's done, but maybe 10 books by Lindsay Kelk because I love her. So it was going to be based on authors, and not so Lala's done hers based on authors but also based on genre. So if, for example, her authors are sort of flipped in genres, sometimes they're not together, whereas mine, I'm just going to keep them all together. And my shelves are mixed anyway with red and to be read because I haven't got enough space to have a red shelf and a to be read shelf. So that's what I'm going to do this afternoon. So I'm hoping it won't take too long because my Harry Potter shelf will stay where it is, and I also have at the moment a Cassandra Clare and Holly Black shelf, so they will both stay where they are. So it'll just be a case of putting all the books together by the same author and then just putting them on the shelves and positioning them on the shelves. So hopefully that will help. I might get rid of some books as well. So finish I Heart Hawaii, record 2 vlogs, swap my bookshelves around, and then I'm going to go downstairs and I need to write up 3 blog posts. So they're already written in hand, but I need to type them up, schedule them, take some photos for them. I also want to take some photos for Instagram. Before writing those up, I am going to edit my vlogs that I've just recorded today, and while they're uploading, then I'm going to write those posts up, schedule them, take some pictures, and then once I've done that, I want to read Big Bones by Laura Dockrell. So I probably won't finish that today because that's really pushing it, isn't it, a bit, and I probably will at some point want to sit down and watch some TV, which is usually while I'm eating my tea. So we'll see how that goes, but that's my plan for today. As long as I've started Big Bones, I'll be happy. So that's my plan. But I shall check back in with you in a little bit. In fact, it'll probably be once I'm recording my vlogs because I'll be dolled up then and look nice and not like I've just got out of bed, which I have. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to stop being distracted now and go get that done. And I shall check back in with you later and let you know how I'm getting on. Bye for now. Hi team, I hope you're all well. It is me again, obviously, because that's why you're on this channel. It is still Sunday and it is about 1 PM now, so I just wanted to wrap this vlog up because I don't think I'm going to get any further on with my reading for this now, and it finished yesterday anyway, so I should have in theory done my wrap up yesterday. So this was Bingoathon. There were 8 prompts plus a group read, which I'd already read the week before by accident. I was already reading it like the month before, but I finished it last week. So I'm just going to tell you what I read, what I thought of the books that I read, and wrap this up. So the first prompt was anticipated books. So I read Are We There Yet? Are We Nearly There Yet Even? By Lucy Vine. I ended up giving this 5 out of 5 stars. This was fantastic. It's everything I want in a book. The writing style is similar to Lindsay Kelk's, and as it turns out, I think Lindsay and Lucy are friends, so that's awesome. I love finding writing styles that are similar to Lindsay's, because I just fly through them. I'm obsessed with Lindsay's writing style. So I'm nearly if I could speak, it would be amazing. Are We Nearly There Yet follows Alice, who's just turned 30, and at her 30th party, which is a meal out, she's not overly fussed about the fact that it's a meal out and not a party. She comes to realise that all her friends are now coupling up, like getting married, having babies, etc. And she isn't keen on it. She's realising that she's actually growing up, and everyone else around her seems to be getting to that point, but she isn't. So her best friend turns up late to her birthday party. Eva turns up late with her boyfriend Jeremy, whom Alice isn't a fan of, and Eva decides to drop the bomb that she's pregnant. A bit later on in the party, Alice's brother Mark finds her under the table drunk as hell and texting her ex TD, who is Twat Dan, and sort of sexting him, saying that she'll come round later. Anyway, her brother winds her up about it. She then says that she's going to sext him, well, send him a message, calling him out on his very funny looking member, and she accidentally sends it to her boss. So she loses her job. She realises that all her friends are moving on with their lives and she's not, and she just decides she's going to pack it all up and just piss off for 4 months and go travelling. So she shares a flat with her best friend Eva, and she assumes that Eva's going to kick her out anyway so that Jeremy can move in and they'll have the baby. She buggers off for 4 months in the hope that she's going to find herself, etc. And there is more to this than meets the eye. So as the story goes on, you realise there's a lot more going on to this, and that she is literally just running away from all her problems and avoiding them, which is obviously the sort of thing that we all do anyway. But towards the end of the book, she does start to confront her problems and try and sort them out, and it's just a really, really good book. Obviously, running away from your problems doesn't mean that you're going to find yourself, and travelling doesn't mean you're going to find yourself, but in this, she does a really good job of almost losing herself actually further before coming round and finally finding herself and realising what's important and what she needs to do to make her life better, and just sort of getting on with things. It's just fantastic. Lucy's writing is brilliant. The amount of times I literally laughed out loud to this, it was just outstanding. I really, really enjoyed it. This does come out on, I think it's June 17th, I'm not fully sure, but I do have a review going up for that today, so I will leave a link down below if you're interested in reading the review for this. I loved it. 5 out of 5 stars, highly recommend. Next was Diverse Rep. So for that I read Love, Simon by Becky Albertalli, aka Simon versus the Homo sapien Gender. I obviously have the cover for the movie, which stars this guy who is the cutest. I really enjoyed this. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I thought it was really, really good. I have seen the movie previous to this and I've really loved the movie. I thought it was fantastic. This sort of carries on a little bit towards the end, which then sort of sets you up for Leah on the offbeat, which Leah is Simon's best friend. I don't think I'm going to read that for the simple fact that I have seen a lot of mixed reviews on that, and also I wasn't a huge fan of Leah's character in this, so I don't think I'm going to bother reading it, but I did enjoy it. I do have The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli, so I will read that. But yeah, I enjoyed Becky's writing style. I enjoyed that this was it was a really fast read because there's a lot of dialogue in it. There's emails back and forth between Simon and Blue. So essentially Simon is gay and he hasn't come out to his family yet, but he's been talking to a boy who he met on Tumblr who is also gay and hasn't come out to his family. They go to the same school, they don't know who each other are, and it's a story of them two helping each other try and come out to their families, etc. However, Simon doesn't get the chance to do that because somebody else is blackmailing him. He's found his emails and he's blackmailing Simon to help set him up with one of his girlfriends, like friends that's his girls. So it's just the story of a boy basically having the chance to come out to his friends and family himself taken away from him, and how that affects him, how it affects his friendships, etc., things like that. So it's really, really good. I really enjoyed it. It was very cute, and yeah, 4 out of 5 stars. I do recommend it. Very, very good. Next, I read new on TBR, so I read The Furies by Katie Lowe. This is a book that it's following a young girl. I think she's 16, and she is basically, what is her name? I can't fully remember yet. What is she called? Oh, it doesn't tell me. I've forgotten what her name is. Oh, Violet, that's the one, Violet. And she makes friends. She goes to a new school and she makes friends. I think her dad and her sister had died a year or 2 previous, and she was in the car with them. She ended up surviving. She basically walked away without a scratch on her, and her dad and sister died on impact. So she lives with her mum, and mum is just completely lost to the world. She's just not with it at all, and she's essentially looking after herself, if you like. She makes new friends at this new school. These friends, 3 girls, are a little bit odd. This has been compared to the Witchcraft and what is the other one? Is it Secret Society or something? And it basically sort of deals with obsession, like a friendship obsession kind of thing going on. and an obsession with sort of payback with people that have done you wrong. It also deals with witchcraft and murder as well. So this is why it's sort of been compared a little bit with The Craft. I did sort of think the whole time I was reading the book I was thinking about The Craft. I do love the film The Craft. It's a great film. I did enjoy this. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. I don't think it's necessarily the kind of book that I like to read. I am still sort of finding the books that I do and don't like to read. And obviously it's a process you've got to go through reading books that in turn it turns out you don't particularly like them. I think this sort of thing, I love watching witchcraft and obsession and murdery type of things on TV, but I don't think I necessarily like reading about them. So I enjoyed it. The writing style was really good. It had a good story, but it wasn't necessarily for me. I gave it 3.5 stars anyway, but I enjoyed because it was good. Katie's done a great job with it, but it's not necessarily for me. So yeah, 3.5 stars. It was okay. Next, I read favourite genre. So I went for like contemporary romance kind of thing because, as it turns out, that is my favourite genre. I thought YA and fantasy sort of books were going to be my favourite genre. I do love them. I'm obsessed with them. But as it turns out, since reading I Heart Forever again by Lindsay Kelk, rereading it even for about probably the third or fourth time, I have realised that I do love contemporaries and romances, and that's the genre I think that I'm sort of leaning to be in my favourite genre of all time. So for that reason, I picked up Meet Cute by Helena Hunting. I don't know what it was about this book, but I avoided picking it up for ages. I have it on my Kindle. I got it from NetGalley. So I've had it for a while. For some strange reason, I just wasn't picking it up. I don't know if it was my mood with my Kindle or whether it was the book itself, but I just wasn't picking it up. And I'm so glad I've bought the book, because this, not only is the cover absolutely gorgeous, but this book is amazing. I absolutely loved it. So this is following Kaylin Flowers, the book starts off like 8 years prior to present day. Prior? Is that the right word? Yeah. 8 days prior to present day, when Kaylin starts at college, and she accidentally bumps into Daxton Hughes, who was like a child actor. He's sort of come out of acting now and he's gone to law school. So she bumps into him. He's playing a game of frisbee with his friends on the park, and she's walking along with her eyes shut meditating. I don't know what the hell's going on, but she bumps into him. They end up on the ground and she properly fangirls over him, like massively embarrassingly fangirls over him, and for some reason he finds it completely adorable and doesn't hate her. They end up sort of building a little bit of a friendship, and over the years throughout being at college and kind of like having heated debates in class, etc., because they know how to get under each other's skin. As it turns out, towards the end of college, Daxton kind of screws Kaylin over and becomes top of class, and Kaylin becomes second, and she never wants to speak to him again, etc. Could turn to present day, and Kaylin is a lawyer. She deals with, it's like, what kind of lawyer is she now? She deals with, when you're opening up accounts for kids and stuff, that kind of thing. I can't remember what it's called. And who walks into her office but Daxton with his mum and dad opening an account for his younger sister. So she's like really shocked. Initially he doesn't recognise her, but eventually he does. And then they end up talking to each other because Daxton's parents die in a car accident, and he becomes sort of like the person that has to look after. What is wrong with me? Words are not coming to me today. So Dax has to, he's guardian to his 13-year-old sister. So he then goes to Kaylin for some help, and it becomes more help. She sort of ends up having to, Daxton's auntie she was supposed to become guardian to Daxton's 13-year-old sister, and the will was changed 6 months prior. Daxton didn't know, his auntie didn't know, and she ends up wanting a custody lawsuit thing going on, and she wants a custody battle. It turns out there's a lot more going on to this, but Kaylin and Daxton end up sort of in a relationship kind of thing going on. They have it out about what happened at college, and it's just a really, really gorgeous story, and I just really, really loved it. It was so cute. There were so many things going on, but it was just adorable, and I really, really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the relationship between Kaylin and Daxton's younger sister. I enjoyed the relationship between Kaylin and Daxton. I enjoyed just everything, and I absolutely loved that this was from two points of perspective, like points of view. So it was from Kaylin's point of view, but also from Daxton's, and I just really enjoyed that. I love when they do that. So it was really nice to sort of see, you know, sometimes how if it's from one point of view, a woman can be like, and it's usually the woman, that she can be like, oh my god, such and such things happen, and she overthinks it, completely blows it out of proportion, and you never hear the man's side of it, and it's so nice to sort of see that kind of going on. So it's really, really good. Really enjoyed it. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I thought it was gorgeous. I really, really loved it. I'm definitely going to keep my eyes open for things that she's written as well, other things that she's written. So absolutely loved this. 5 out of 5 stars. Then I read a new to me author. So I've read, what did I read? New to me author. Where am I? I'm trying to read off my list. Where am I? Romanoff by Nadine Brands. So I do have a book of hers on my TBR already called Forks. I haven't read it yet. I'm going to save it until November, 5th of November, because that's when the Guy Fawkes thing is. So I have read Romanoff this month. I listened to it on audio, which I'm so glad I did, because I literally probably would have put this down had I tried to physically read it. This is set in Russia, and this is following it's from the point of view of a princess, well, now ex-princess. Her dad was the king, and he's been overthrown, and it's following her and her family. They end up being captives for some reason. I can't fully remember what the reason is now, but they end up being captives, and she ends up building a friendship with one of the guards that's protecting her and her family. So it's sort of following that story. There is a bit of magic in this, which is really nice. It's just a really nice book, but it's set in Russia, and it obviously has some language, like what is the word I'm looking for? There are some bits where it's in a foreign language, and obviously the narrator has helped with that, because they pronounce the words instead of me going, what the hell does that say? Oh, I'm sick of this book, I've had enough. And also pronouncing some of the like towns and countries and things like that just really, really helped with that a lot. And the narrator was really, really good. I've really enjoyed it. Really brought the story to life. It was fantastic. Really enjoyed it. I do highly recommend it. I gave it, what did I give it? 4 stars. It was really, really good. Really liked it. Then there was Pink and or Blue on the cover, so I read Again But Better by Christine Rico. So Christine Rico is a YouTuber, I believe, and she has written a book called Again But Better, and it's fantastic. Again, I got this on NetGalley. This was one that I wished for, and it was granted by the publishers, so thank you to them for granting me this wish. Again, it's another one that I was just resisting picking up. I think it was my Kindle. Must have been the mood with my Kindle. But I'm so glad that I've now decided to. I listen to it on audio. So the audio books come out, the physical book doesn't come out until the 1st of June. And I listened to it on audio, and I'm so fucking glad I did, because it was so good. I loved it so much. There was a tiny bit of magic at the end, and obviously I've read the synopsis before I've requested the book on NetGalley, so I knew that, but I'd completely forgotten because I've not read the synopsis since. So obviously I requested the book bloody months ago, and I got it granted a month or 2 ago, so I haven't read it since, and I completely forgot about the magic. So towards the end, when the magic kicked in, I was like, oh, this is amazing. But I just loved it. So this is following a girl who goes to, she's basically doing like a her degree as to become a doctor. She doesn't want to be a doctor, she wants to be a writer, but her mum gave up her dream to be a doctor when she had her, so she basically is being forced by her parents to become a doctor. She doesn't want to do it, but nevertheless she finds a program in London. She's from America. She finds a program in London that you can go to. It's like a summer program where you can go, and it's like a writer's program thing. So she's told her parents, she's made up like this little pamphlet and everything, that it's a doctor's one. So she's been able to go, parents have paid for her to go to London, and she makes, basically at home, her life is the library and revising and reading and writing. She doesn't have any friends. She doesn't go out. So she goes to the UK, and she makes loads of new friends straight away. She ends up liking a boy that's in her flat, and they build up a relationship, like a friendship, but he's got a girlfriend, and it's just all these things go on. And then it jumps to like I can't remember if it's 5 or 8 years later, and it sort of goes on about their lives, and then something happens, and it's just really, really good. The twist just really caught me off guard because I completely forgotten about the magic going on in there. It was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. I have seen some mixed reviews on this, but honestly, I loved it. I thought it was really good. The writing style was really good. The characters were really brought to life. I just enjoyed the story, the friendships, the relationships going on, the dynamics between everyone. Really, really good. This is basically about a story about being given the chance of a do-over, and what would you do with it. So I do highly recommend it. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I loved it. I thought it was great. Fantastic book. Next was a cover by, so for this I've ended up picking Meet Cute. So the other books that I was going to try to pick a book for each prompt, but I've not managed to get through them all. So for this one I've picked Meet Cute so that I can sort of complete all of the prompts because I really wanted to. So Meet Cute was definitely a cover by. It's gorgeous. Look at it. It's amazing. Pick it up, read it. Fantastic. I think I'm aware that in the States this is yellow. So where it's purple, it's yellow. But this is really good, gorgeous cover. And then the final one was a 5-star, 5-star prediction. So my 5-star prediction was going to be I Heart Hawaii. I'm only 30% through this book now, so I'm hoping to finish it today, but I wanted to wrap this up. So for that one instead, my 5-star prediction is going to end up being this one. I did think that this was going to be a 5-star, and it is, which is great. So I was going to sort of lie a little bit and tell you it was this one, but that is a lie because I didn't think this was going to be 5-star, but it's ended up being. I did think this was going to be 5-star though, so that's really good. So this is Our Nail There Yet Again. Go pick it up when it comes out, obviously. And then finally Once and Future, which I did read, but I finished it last week, so that was obviously the buddy read, but I have read it, so just to let you know, I have read it. I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars. I loved it. I thought it was great. This is the Illumicrate Special Edition cover. So obviously the normal one is Wherever It's Blue. It is pink. But I love this cover. It's gorgeous with the sprayed edges, and it's hardback. I did love this. I thought it was really, really good, and I'm so excited for the second one to come out next year. So winner. So yeah, that's my wrap up for Bingoathon. I did so much reading this week. I'm so proud of myself. So I managed to read 6 books this week, which is amazing. So I listened to four of them on audio, and I physically read 3. So that's fantastic. I've had a really good reading week this week, and the majority of those are contemporaries as well, so that's really, really good. Very proud of myself. Managed to smash the Bingoathon board, so that's great. And yeah, I'm going to wrap this up now and start a new vlog for this week and get some bits done. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a like down below. I would really appreciate it, and I shall see you again. Bye for now.